Hey y'all, it's Amber.
And Heather.
Welcome to Tool Talk.
Yay.
Yeah, so this is season 3, episode 3, and we left you on a cliffhanger.
Dun, 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 dun.
So here, Heather and I are at the gym. We're talking about our new adventure we're taking together.
Yes, our big camping trip, getting out of our comfort zone.
Thanks to the Comfort Crisis book that we're reading by Michael Easter. And then Heather, down the line, gives me this look. And she says, well,
because I can't just do one uncomfortable thing. My mind starts working, and I feel like now is the time that I need to change my nutrition a little bit more. So I've changed from who I was 7 years ago, for sure. But you get to a point where you just feel like there could be something else. And this is extremely uncomfortable for me. So I am ready to change my eating habits. I would like to get a little leaner, lose some weight. I don't really know what it looks like, but I need to change what I'm ingesting. Not that I eat bad, but I don't think I can eat as well as I should be. And so I'm ready to do that. And it's funny because this is huge for me because I love food. And I can figure out how to make most food work for me, but I still probably shouldn't be eating it. And I tell y'all, I could go and run from here to Gainesville and complain about how hard it is, but I could do it. Being able to weigh my food, to watch what I eat, to pick specific things to eat at certain times of the day, and changing all that is huge and very uncomfortable. And it's always seemed like a big monster just hiding in the corner. And now I'm ready to tackle it.
So you can imagine when she said this to me.
Her little face got so excited. I think she almost pounced me in the gym.
I almost just hugged her and squeezed her and called her mine because I'm like, oh my gosh, this, if you've listened to us, nutrition is one of my favorite things.
Yes.
I have worked so hard to understand and be able to educate people on it. And if you want to call me a nerd, I am a nutrition nerd. All right. So not a registered dietitian. I've said that before. I am a certified nutrition coach. And so I am able to work with people like Heather, she's general healthy population. She has some specific goals that she wants to reach. We're not dealing with any kind of disease state. So she is like the perfect candidate for me.
And that is another reason why I do this, because I am also a nutrition coach, and I hear people all of the time give all of the excuses why they can't do this. And I want to lead the way, plow through this perimenopause state of life where it feels not comfortable to make this kind of change, to do it and be on the other side and say, okay, if I can take this to a next level, so can you. Because I think a lot of people our age lose weight and then they get stuck. They get stale in the middle somewhere, and they feel like they could do a little bit more, but it's just too much and too overwhelming and too hard. And I want to lead the way, and hopefully somebody will follow behind me and decide that it's not too hard too. So we'll see.
Yep. So as soon as she said that, I was so excited, and I just started going blah, 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 just saying all this stuff. I probably well overwhelmed her, but I was like, listen. And then I realized, I'm like, she may not be asking for my help, because I'm like, I can help you if you are interested.
No, she is going to help me. And she's the one that inspired me, because she has lost how much now?
I've lost 19 pounds.
Right. And she's post-menopause.
Yes.
And she's done the things. And, and that just shows that, and somebody so please don't take this the wrong way, but somebody could look at Amber and go, she does not need to lose any more weight. Yeah. She eats good. She's, healthy. She's active. She teaches this stuff, so she must preach this stuff, that sort of thing. And so, if she can do it, there's, I can't. There's no way I can do it. And I just feel like I am maybe just like one step on the other side, where she lives and breathes this stuff, and I just kind of inhale it when I pass by. just take little snorts, you know.
You're getting the contact high of my nutrition.
Exactly. So I'm ready to be all immersed too, to show that it can be done, that it's not going to kill us.
Yeah.
And that we will surely overcome, and we will see results, and we will start feeling better about ourselves on the inside and the out.
And just a quick, this isn't about me, but just to tell y'all a little quick insight into my story. So when I went through perimenopause and menopause, I gained about 10 pounds pretty easily. And although, nobody would look at me and be like, oh, you're overweight, I was not comfortable with that extra 10 pounds that I had. And I was watching it continue to slowly climb. And I would say to Heather, I'm like, I am a healthy person. I exercise consistently. I eat fairly well. I mean, at that time, I wasn't really following a meal plan. And so I had to get out of the comfort because I could have stayed where I was pretty comfortably. But then I was like, I don't like this anymore. I just don't. And I am a smaller person, and although I know people are going to listen to this and be like, screw you, but
it's science,
the
folks.
truth is, the smaller you are, the harder it's going to be, because you do have to focus much tighter. Now, my people out there who maybe started out in a larger body, and maybe you've been on a journey and you've lost weight, the truth happens for you too. In the beginning, changing all of those little things here and there, down the line, you start to get smaller. So the smaller you get, the more intentional you have to be.
Right. And that's kind of where I am.
Yeah.
I just, to the point where I saw all the big changes, and now I'm just kind of floating here in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy in the middle.
You're at a healthy weight. You look fine, but you want to take it to the next level.
I want to see where it will go.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to talk about Heather, because we spend so much time together, she does eat well. She makes a lot of great choices. She also thinks in terms of like, okay, I'm going here tonight, I'm going to have the French fries. So she knows that throughout the day, she doesn't need to be like piling on the high fat foods. And so she knows that part of it, but now I'm bringing her into the world of like,
she has brought me places I wasn't ready to go yet.
But the thing about it is, and if you're listening and you're like, I'm turning this off, they just talked about weighing food. What I like for people to know, unless you have a background where you have had an eating disorder. Now, if you have had some type of an disordered eating or an eating disorder, I would not recommend weighing your food. That is not something you need to work with a nutrition coach who is experienced in that.
Absolutely.
But when you are trying to understand nutrition, weighing your food allows you to see exactly what a serving size is. Because newsflash, remember, 74% of Americans are obese or overweight. And y'all, you can try to blame it on a lot of things, but a lot of it is the overconsumption of foods, drinks.
Yes, portion size will get you every time.
And so you can be overweight and eat healthy food. You just eat too much of it. Right?
Yep.
So when we started moving into this whole thing to get Heather's nutrition where it needed to be, she was tracking to kind of see where she was. And then I'm like, you're going to have to start weighing your food because you can't guess.
Right. You have to know.
You do have to know. And so just guessing like, oh, I think that's 4 ounces. That's not how it works.
No. Because typically it is way more than 4 ounces.
I mean, listen, there are things, fat usually trips people up because fat has a lot of calories. So that's one of the things that I'm like, always weigh your fat stuff. So you know your fat in fatty foods. So you know how much that is. So we got Heather going on that, and she.
I balked. I barked. I may have bitten once or twice because, it is a lot. I mean, even for anybody, even for me, all of the information that I was sent, I was sitting there and I literally looked at the food plan the first night and I'm like, nope, there's no way. Why did I say I was going to do this? I'm not going to do this. There's no way I'm going to do this. This is going to suck and I'm going to be miserable because I can't eat the things that I enjoy eating. even though I eat them in smaller quantities now, I'm not going to be able, because they're not listed here. I'm a very linear person, so I need to see all of the things, and what I was seeing, I was not liking. I was very disgruntled.
And then she came to the gym and she's telling me, and let me tell you, it's funny because I can be very patient and like understanding of people. So I'm letting her vomit all the things. She
does let me.
And I'm seeing the frustration on her face, and I'm like, okay, so all of these things that she was worried about can be adjusted.
She found remedies for, like little Mary Poppins, pulling them out of her bag.
And I think that's where people sometimes get kind of tripped up. Is they're like, I must follow these rules exactly.
Yes, because that's what's written on the paper.
Yes. And although there's some things that you do have to follow, there's also ways that you can adjust it, which you've seen.
Absolutely. And I have worked through it. I started this on Monday. Today is Friday. And I have overcome many valleys and peaks through this. But I do feel at this point, I've got a handle on what's happening. There's still some times where I get, but there's so many resources. And Amber is so well spoken in being able to deliver the resources that you need to be able to handle it. One of the things I initially told her, it was like, I need to know what the process is. I need to know from beginning to end what the process is going to look like, how long each stage of the process is going to, and she was so kind last night. I get this little email that says the process. Basically, she said, we don't know what we're doing, but we're going to see how your body reacts. But she put it in such a way that it made me feel heard and in control. And sometimes that's what we need, is just to feel like we're in control and we're heard when we feel things are out of control.
Yeah. And I'll give you an example, because you may be wondering, one of the things that was on Heather's little meal plan she was to follow was avocado. And she was like, no, she texted me almost immediately, no avocado or guac. And I'm like, oh, okay, that is such an easy fix. So then we talked through that, because just to give you, if you don't know this, listeners, so avocado is a heart healthy fat. So you can replace avocado with another heart healthy fat, which is going to be seeds, nuts, nut butters, like almond butter or peanut butter. Even though I know peanuts are a legume, we still lump that into the heart healthy fats. You could use olive oil if you wanted to cook with that. Now, there are heart healthy fats in your fatty fish, your cold water fatty fish like salmon and trout and sardines, those kinds of things. But we were just looking to replace that fat. Yes. And then I did tell her, you can also have some saturated fats, which are not our heart healthy fats, occasionally, like cheese, or if you wanted some kind of other dairy that was like low fat, you could add that in there. Yes. So once I explained all that to her, then she was like, okay, and we moved
can process.
On.
Yes, move on to the next thing that I freak out about.
Yes. And that's where having an educated nutrition coach absolutely helps, because we can help walk you through that process. You don't have to eat tilapia and asparagus for breakfast, okay? Listen, I competed for a short time period. So if you are somebody who's just interested in being healthy and you're working with a nutrition coach who's having you eat like fish and green vegetables and rice and sweet potatoes only, no, you need to find somebody who actually understands nutrition deeper than a competition diet. Because listen, I will never eat a competition diet.
Right?
That was awful. And I would not subject any of my people to that, because none of our people compete.
No.
On stage.
And it's not reality.
No, for figure competitions is what I'm talking about, bodybuilding competitions. So, but thanks to Heather, because now I was so excited, because I'm like, we are going to have such an awesome season 3.
That's right. Here we are.
Talking about all of this. And she kind of alluded to our next episode about the process.
Oh, the process. Yeah, you'll be sure to want to tune into that for sure. There's going to be some very good tips provided.
And some really funny stories too.
Very funny stories.
Yes. So definitely make sure that you like, subscribe, come back and listen to us for season 3, episode 4, which is coming up soon. And we sure thank you for joining us today.
Yes. All right. Till next time.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.